So I wanted to focus this week on doing my Tales from Two Trails books. So that is Yellowface. And then I'm also going to do the group book, which is The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. And my sister picked The Scarlet Veil by Shelby Mahurin. But the thing is it's currently the 15th of April, so we've got about 10 days left, and I haven't gotten any points on the board, and that sucks. I've been so focused on my Stephen King read along, I've been kind of ignoring Tale from Two Trails. So that's going to end this week. This whole week is going to be me reading Tale from Two Trails. Maybe a little bit of Stephen King. So I'm going to pop in here now a spinner wheel. So I just put The Old Man and the Sea, Yellowface, and The Scarlet Veil into a spinner wheel, and I got that to check, and that will be our first book. And as you can see, that ended up being Yellowface by Rebecca F. Kwong. I already started this not long ago. I'm on like chapter 2 or 3 or something like that. So I'm hoping I can get this done, if not today, then by the end of tomorrow. So let's see how we go. So I'm about 100 pages in. I'm on chapter 9, so that's 112 pages into Yellowface. And it is interesting. There are definitely a few things that have made me stop and think and ponder. And it's an interesting commentary on the publishing industry. For anyone who doesn't know, it's about somebody who is there when a friend and fellow writer passes away, and she just so happens to be a fantastic writer that has a new manuscript. And so this friend takes that manuscript and kind of sells it as her own. And she justifies it as being her own because she's put in a lot of hard work to revise the edition and put her own voice into it, but it's mainly still her friend's book. And so there's questions around whether it's like plagiarism or thievery, and both of those are mentioned, and she keeps trying to argue that she hasn't done either of those things because it's in her voice. I will say I don't think the hype of this book is, for me, quite accurate, because like it's been hyped up to here and beyond, and I'm finding it kind of like meh at the moment. Like it's okay. I think because of the pondering and the really interesting look at the behind the scenes with the publishing industry, I think the highest it'll get from me would be a 4. But personally, I wouldn't rush out and buy it again. So that's a little quick update on Yellowface. I'm going to go ahead and keep reading this. I don't think I'll finish it tonight, but hopefully tomorrow morning I can catch up with you. So we've finished Yellowface. We finished it actually quite a few days ago, but let's not talk about that. This was really good. I give it a 4-star. I do think that all the hype that came with it was a bit extreme. I don't think it was that good. In saying that, though, it was a really interesting look into the publishing industry, and as somebody who likes to write myself, yeah, it was really interesting just to see what goes on behind the scenes and all the marketing and stuff like that. And then all the pressure that happens when Twitter gets their nails into something and then just starts blowing up. I really appreciate how she made so June ended up getting blackmailed quite badly, right? I really appreciate how it was really obvious who the blackmailer was, but at the same time, I didn't click until it was actually revealed exactly who it was. So I really appreciate that Rebecca was able to do that and surprise me with something that was actually glaringly obvious once you know who it is. And really I'm surprised because that's something that I would ordinarily figure out quite quickly. So I appreciate that. I gave it 4 stars. Now, it is currently in New Zealand, it is currently the 22nd of April, which means I have 3 days to finish 2 books. We're going to go ahead with the same wheel. I will record the screen, and we will see whether we're reading The Scarlet Veil or The Old Man in the Sea. Now, both of these I have already started, but I will finish, and it's The Old Man in the Sea. Awesome. So The Old Man in the Sea is a very, very, very short book, which I appreciate. It's about 100 pages, so I should be able to get that finished today, and then that'll give me time to obviously finish The Scarlet Veil. So yeah, from what I can tell at the moment, I'm only, how many pages am I? I'm 30 pages in. And basically from what I can tell, it's about this old man who's reminiscing a lot about his sea days, and there's a young man or a boy that's looking after this old man, and they're going out to sea together. I'm going to guess that it's going to be for the old man the last time. So I have a lot of hopes that this will be both heartwarming and simultaneously also heartbreaking. For such a short book, it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be my first Ernest Hemingway, so I will catch up with you maybe about halfway through and just see how we're going, and we'll take it. So it's been like 2 hours and I've finished the book. I enjoyed it. It was a 3-star, like I said, like I was feeling it. But overall, the story is essentially about resilience. I mean, this man went to sea and he fought this bloody fish for nigh on 3 days, got the fish, and then had to fight his way back to shore with a whole pack of sharks because this fish is bleeding all over into the sea. And so he got really disappointed in the end because like he couldn't bring the fish back whole and stuff like that. But yeah, he was incredibly resilient, and I actually found myself rooting for him, which was not something that normally happens for me in a book. And yeah, just the resilience of this old man to not give up on catching this fish. I mean, he wasn't going to give up. The fish wasn't going to give up either. But in the end, the old man won that battle. Yeah, very, very cool, and it's made me quite reflective about resilience and what that means to me as well. So our final book for Tales from Two Trails is The Scarlet Veil by Shelby Mahurin, and that was picked by my sister. Just a random book that she picked because she thought I would like it. And I am a little bit through it. Let's see. I'm reading it on my Kindle. I'm up to chapter 8. So I've still got a fair way to go on that one, but I'm hoping I can just like cuddle up. It's a cold and rainy and miserable day on Earth Day. Happy Earth Day, by the way. So yeah, I'm hoping that maybe I can just couple up and read. Hopefully, I'm going to set my target at about 150 pages tonight. But I will catch up with you when I'm a little bit further on the book and I kind of know what's going on. All right, I'll see you then. I finished. I finished. I will take a screenshot because New Zealand Standard Time and Eastern Daylight Time are two completely different time zones. But I finished the Scarlet Veil with 2 minutes to spare Eastern Daylight Time. Um, and if you want to get technical, worldwide, there's almost like a 24-hour difference between New Zealand and the last person to tick over worldwide. But I figured I would go for Eastern Daylight Time because that's kind of easier to figure out. Um, and I managed with 2 minutes to spare. Um, what did I think of the Scarlet Veil? The Scarlet Veil was okay. The villain was obvious right from the very beginning for me. Um, there was no surprise there. I think it was quite clever and unique about Sally being a bride of death. I thought that was quite a clever little thing. There's it left on a cliffhanger, so there's going to absolutely be another book. I don't know if I'm going to continue the series because yeah, it was I mean it was fine. That sounded convincing. Um, no, it was fine. I give it probably 3.5 stars, but I don't feel the need to read that again. So yes, that was my full adventure going through Tales from Two Trails and the books to read from that. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you've read any of the books that have been in this video and whether you enjoyed them. Um, Thank you all very much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.